Hello Taurus and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your 2025 yearly tarot reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Taurus. We're going to do, as we always do, we're going to pull one card per month, look intuitively at the energies and messages that I'm getting, and then we will pull some oracle messages at the end. As always, it won't be for everybody. So let's see what we have for our lovely Taurians. Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. Do also check out the quarterly readings that I do. Every 3 months, I take the energies from this reading, relevant months, and go into more detail in the 3-month readings. So let's see what we have for you, Taurus 2025. So we have January, the 2 of Cups. February, 4 of Cups. March, Page of Wands. April, we have the 9 of Swords. Three of Pentacles is May. 5 of Wands, June. 10 of Swords, July. August, we have an ace, the Ace of Wands. 6 of Wands, September. We have a Queen of Pentacles here, could be you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, male or female, in a general reading. That's October. November, we have the Tower. December, we have the 3 of Swords. So Taurus, let's start with January. 2 of Cups is my bond between two people. It can talk about friendships, new friendships, existing friendships. It can talk about new love, or again, an opportunity to even deepen a bond in terms of love, romance and relationships. It's a soul connection. You can also look at the 2 of Cups in terms of business, for example, as well. 2 people who are just that sense, who just are deeply connected. They just deeply know each other. Shared values, shared appreciation, shared respect, all of that kind of thing. So this can also represent that on some level as well here, Taurus. It could also be to do with a friendship moving to love romantic status too. In other areas of life, the 2 of Cups can be some kind of offer or invitation. You could be invited to join something, invited to do something. This can be that kind of energy as well. So yeah, very, very lovely energy. It's to do with our emotions and feelings, the Cups energy. So likely emotions are going to be involved in this scenario, whichever life area this is. But it certainly feels like there is somebody who you are connected to that's significant this month in January. So we have the 4 of Cups in February. So the 4 of Cups is when somebody reaches out and offers us something. And it can be, we're not saying yes, we're not saying no, we're just thinking about it. Whatever that would be, whether it's an emotional offer or whether it's, again, offers of other kinds. Sometimes it can be advice, sometimes it can be offers of other kinds. But ultimately we have to decide, am I happy where I am, or I'm happy with the way things are? Or am I ready to accept whatever's being offered to me? You know, these are the questions that you're going to be asking yourself. Do I want to accept what's being offered to me? Is it right for me? So those are the questions that you need to consider. This is about not rushing into something. It's about giving something some thought and consideration. Because a lot of the time, if we dismiss things quickly, we can sometimes regret that later. So this can be about really giving some kind of thought and consideration in terms of what you're being offered in which life area. Now, the additional message with the Four of Cups in February time for you, it can be a card of despondency, dissatisfaction, disillusionment, boredom even, and apathy, because this person can also represent somebody who is all those things or some of those things, but they've not done anything about it. So this can sometimes be a bit of a divine nudge to get up and take action and follow your instinct and your intuition in what you need to do to kind of change the situation as well. Very intuitive energy, and that's the case. Sometimes the nudge can come from a person spirit works through. Sometimes it can be an intuitive nudge. But either way, it can certainly be that kind of energy as well. We have the Page of Wands, March time. I love the Page energies because it's just so fresh. This is quite exciting energy as well. The Page of Wands can actually be very positive news. So you might be getting a very exciting, positive message. Now, it can be linked with the beginnings of change, the beginnings of something new as well. So there could well be a message that comes in that's bringing in the new in some way, the new and exciting and the fresh. The Page of Wands can also represent a new beginning, a new path that holds real potential, and you're just thinking, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go, see where this leads, something that really is connected to your heart and soul. It could even be a path that you're inspired to start. Again, something that you might even have been thinking about starting the month before, and this might be the month where you think, actually, I'm taking action and doing it. So it can be very positive in terms of business and career, but it's not limited to that. It can be projects, initiatives, hobbies, just something that really is connected to your heart and soul. Something that really is connected to your passion and your desire as well. So something that you might be inspired to start too come March time. But it can also signify very positive and exciting news coming into you in March. The additional message with the pages can always be as well that a child might be significant for you this month. It could even be a child might have something significant going on around them as well. So that might well be a focus for you this month too. So come April time, Taurus, we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is mental energy. It a lot of the time links with our thought patterns, how we perceive our perceptions, what we're focusing on. And this person, they're focusing on the negative in some way, and they've got reason to. It's always based in fact. But this can be when the mind escalates things, where it really exaggerates. In our own mind, we keep on thinking about something, and then it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and loses that sense of perspective. So you need to just watch out for that here, Taurus, because, again, the blanket can represent that we're always protected by God, Spirit, the universe, but it's really keeping in check in terms of how we are managing our thought patterns, how we're managing our perspective, if we're looking at something from a reasoned point of view, or are we kind of dealing with a situation that is where our mind is just kind of making things worse and we need to rein it in. So you need to be asking yourself those questions this month. But it is always based, the seed of this is based in fact, always. But it's when the mind can work against us. Now, this can also be to do with insomnia, sleepless nights. Again, there can be reasons for that, but sometimes it can represent not getting enough sleep, not taking care of sleep patterns and wake patterns. So that might be a focus for you, that you're kind of re-establishing a routine or have an opportunity to. The Nine of Swords can also represent stress. Sometimes we can experience things, for example, the easiest energy would be stress at work. And it's about re-examining that and taking a step back and trying to figure out how you find a solution if that's the case. Because it might well be you're getting to the point where you're thinking, actually, I'm not sure if I want to continue like this, or do I need to reevaluate my current situation? So this can be that kind of scenario here. How do you protect yourself? How do you bring yourself comfort? How do you give yourself that sense of trying to step back from a situation that might be dominating your thoughts in some way, and trying to kind of keep that mental perspective is all about April time. And again, following on from April, again, the Three of Pentacles, this might well be where you're making some healthy changes. You might well be reprioritizing what's important for you. That could be business, that could be to do with home and family. That could also be about, who does what, sharing the weight, sharing the responsibilities better. These are the kind of energies and the discussions that you might be having, Taurus, for your own healthy boundaries, healthy limitations and so on and so forth, and establishing those. It could also be even negotiating about a flexible way of working, even with your boss or, your company of some kind. If it's your own company, looking how you can do something better, even get support on board, get extra people on board to share that responsibility. So between these 2 months, you're figuring stuff out, I feel, and coming up with some kind of practical solution potentially. But again, a lot can happen in 1 month, let alone a year. So taking these energies on an individual basis, the Three of Pentacles can be where you find some kind of significant way to get everybody on the same page, and find some kind of agreed way forward. Now that could be financially, that could be in business, that could be also to do with team and projects. It's that sense of finding an agreed way forward that works for everybody. Everyone working towards, moving in the same kind of lane kind of thing, and is a productive thing. So can involve compromise and negotiation, but it looks in this scenario you are absolutely going to get a kind of very focused way forward if that's the case. You could also be negotiating something in terms of money. The additional message with the Three of Pentacles, it can be to do with things like property, property development, adding something to your property. You understand what I'm saying. So it can be a practical thing. These people are actually building a church. So it can be about developing something, or getting into property development, or adding value to your property in some way, or adding more space, and so on and so forth. The additional message with this, it can be about teamwork and collaborations. So you could be joining a new team, being part of some kind of collaborative project or initiative. This is very lovely. We have the Five of Wands. The thing is, Taurus, here, between these 2 months, there is kind of a recognition, and again, they're not necessarily linked, but there is kind of a recognition here that there are likely those people who will be amenable, will want to find a good way forward for you, an agreed way forward, be open to be, flexible, compromise, and so on and so forth. And that's when things work. But then there are sometimes people who don't want to do that. And you might be coming across this kind of energy between May and June, where you're figuring out what's constructive in your life, who is constructive for your reality, and who isn't. The Five of Wands can be a group of people or a person, And this is everybody wants their own way. It's a completely everybody going off at a tangent, wanting to do their own thing. So if you're trying to find some kind of agreed way forward, but there may well be a person or people that are kind of putting a spanner in the works, then it might well be here, Taurus, you're figuring out how you take forward the positive influences in life, those people who are constructive in your life, and those people that just call drama, those people who just want to go and do what they want to do, those people who won't play by the book, who won't be part of a team, actually disrupts the team and, what you're trying to build, So these energies might well be things that you're trying to figure out between May and June. And the energy is, there's no I in team. And the fundamental energy is, it's only going to work if everybody gets on board and find some kind of agreed solution. And if you're still dealing with somebody who is not willing to, again, collaborate or play a role in being constructive and working towards some agreed way forward, then that might well be something that you have to deal with as well. So this can be that sense of there are people who are very supportive, very constructive, positive influences in your life. And it can also be a person or people who might be throwing a spanner in the works, And this is between these two energies, you're finding about how to navigate that and find some kind of solution in how you need to navigate the situation. But it does look like you're going to navigate it. So just be aware of that here. Individually, the Five of Wands can actually be a group of people, but there's always conflict or drama or backbiting. Sometimes can be bitchy or jealousy as well. I mean, there's levels to this card. But everyone's in it for themselves here. This is that scenario here of everybody wants to win. And it causes conflict. And sometimes it goes round and round and round in circles with no hope of being resolved. So it might well be that you're making some decisions or choices here, Taurus. Like I said, certainly between May and June, what's for you, what's not for you, positive influences and not so good influences. You could look at that in a workplace, a team, people in the workplace. You could look at that in terms of a community project, neighborhood thing, family or friendships even, or a friendship circle in particular. So you might be making some significant choices on whether you want to stay in this kind of energy or not. The thing with the Five of Wands, it can actually be about competing for something or being in conflict with others, but you're in it to win it. So it might well be that is the scenario here where you're either competing for something or in conflict with others, but you're absolutely in it to win it here. I do see a win for you. Certainly with this energy, I do see a win. It's not necessarily related, but it can be. The win can be in September time. The Ten of Swords is a painful ending, end of a painful experience as well. It can be a health issue. The Ten of Swords can be, thank goodness that is over. I can put that behind me. I'm done with it. I can let it go. And the new day, the new dawn comes in. You just feel that kind of energy as well. It can be to do with a painful ending of any kind or a loss. But with this energy, we can sometimes have felt hurt, betrayed, scapegoated, thrown under the bus, stabbed in the back. It can be very powerful in terms of the hurt that we experience on that kind of journey. So we draw a line under a situation so that we don't get hurt anymore. And there is a scenario here, when you do, the energy of that new dawn, that new day comes into your life and you release from whatever this energy is. So however this manifests for you, there is an opportunity here for those clouds to lift, whatever pain this is, There is an opportunity here for the clouds to lift, and you see that sense of a new day, a new dawn coming into your life. You can finally release from this energy, and that's the main thing with the Ten of Swords. Yeah. Because we do have the new in August time. Fire energy as well. Fire energy is exciting energy. It promises that sense of potential, creativity, growth, success, empowerment, action and assertiveness. You're ready for the new here. You're absolutely ready for the new, and there is a new door to open. Now, it can be you being ready. You might be drawing a line under a situation or releasing from something here, Taurus, and you're absolutely ready. But come August time, I'm taking action through a new door. And this can be a really exciting time for you. So again, everything kind of runs its course. The tens represent a completion, however that completion is for you. And the aces are a new beginning, right side by side. So the Ace of Wands, you can just be taking action through a new door. It could be a life door. It could be, this is how I'm moving forward and I'm ready. I'm ready to release from everything that's gone before, and I'm just ready for new possibilities, new creativity, new passions, new chemistry, new desires. I'm ready for all the potential that comes my way and the positivity with this new beginning. So this is a door of new growth. Maybe having grown from some experience in the previous month as well. The Ace of Wands can be linked with opportunity, certainly very powerful in terms of business. You might also be inspired to start something yourself in terms of business or projects or initiatives with the Ace of Wands. It might well be the perfect time for you, but very powerful in terms of opportunity. The Ace of Wands can also be very powerful in terms of new passion, new chemistry, a new exciting path, whether it's in an existing relationship or a new one. So this is available to you here. But I always describe the Ace of Wands as, if you have an affinity with a place, for example, a state, a county, a city, a town, whatever you want to call it, this can be, I just feel an affinity, a soul affinity there, and I feel like I'm ready to move there. This might well be the month when you decide to take action and walk through that new door, and again, move to the place that you just feel a soul affinity with. It can also be things like hobbies and, sometimes starting a new path for yourself that has the potential of a second revenue stream. But this is just the beginnings of that, but there's such potential. It can be hobbies, learning, starting something new that's really connected to your heart and soul, however that manifests for you. So very exciting energy with the Ace of Wands in August time. I did say there is a win here in September. So the Six of Wands can be about getting recognized and getting noticed. So there could well be some recognition. It can be business. It can also be public recognition, awards, accolades, that kind of energy as well. It can also be a significant achievement, a victory, a triumph, a success, a win. So these energies are absolutely available to you in September. This is a really empowering card. And it's also a card of finding equilibrium and harmony in your life as well. Generally by your actions, you're restoring that sense of harmony and equilibrium in your life as well. Yeah, it can also be just about moving forward on something in a very positive and decisive way. You're ready to move forward on something here. And this can actually be about forward movement. I'm doing it. I'm moving forward. I'm going for it. Regardless of any obstacles or difficulties that have gone before, this can be absolutely about let's do it. Let's move forward. Let's go for it, So forward movement either way to a very successful, empowering energy in September time. And I definitely feel you're coming into your own, certainly in October time here, Taurus. Queen of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, male or female, or the energy of the card. This feels like it's you. Queen of Pentacles is linked for me as a reader. She's very stable. She's very solid. She's very abundant. She's very patient. She's very methodical. She's very grounded. So those are the energies to adopt this month. But very plentiful. She's absolutely thriving. Now, the Queen of Pentacles can be linked with health, healing, and abundance. So those energies are absolutely around you or available to you, or you're enjoying them in October time. Absolutely quite an empowering month for you as well, if that's the case. Such a lovely energy. She can also represent things like financial abundance through recovery of some kind as well. You might be choosing to heal with others or heal yourself, going through some kind of healing energy, whether it's emotional or health. This is absolutely getting back on track if that's the case. This is also about establishing healthy routines as well. It's right beneath that Nine of Swords as well. So again, sleep, wake cycle, healthy eating, healthy exercise regime, really taking care of yourself. She's a very healthy energy. Yeah, you also might be, again, you could even be connecting to a healer or becoming a healer as well with the Queen of Pentacles, again, male or female. Very lovely energy as a court card. And it's interesting because you have a lot of self-worth, self-value, self-care, self-appreciation, self-respect with the Queen of Pentacles in October. And then we have a Tower. Now, towers can be change in all forms. It really is the tearing down of the old, even endings. But towers, generally there's always a reason. We always look back, and I always say this, we always look back in months or years to come on a tower moment and realised why things had to change and why the universe a lot of the time does step in and orchestrate change in some way. We can also be the force of change through our intuition and decide that it's time to let an area of our life fall down, and it could well be because of an experience that you've gone through and you're thinking, actually, it's time to let that area of my life fall down so I can welcome in and move forward to new possibilities. So towers can be our own actions. It can also be events happening here. It could be a combination of both that are coming together as well. So towers can be about winning the lottery. So remember that. Towers can be significant change on that basis. But they can also be to do with, again, truth, revelation, an event that happens, someone's actions that brings about significant change as well. They can apply to any aspect of life: health, property, relationship, family, money areas, health, however that manifests for you. So this is that the best advice with towers is to look for opportunity and change, to look for how you can just go with the flow and really try and see how spirit is carrying you forward in some way and why things need to change. So a lot of the time, towers can sometimes be sudden, but they can also have, sometimes we get warning signs that, again, this is going to happen as well. Sometimes you might have given a warning before you finally decide to let something fall down as well. So towers are all about significant change, but a lot of the time divinely orchestrated too. And generally for our highest good, like I said, we look back in months, years to come and realize the big plan. Come December, the Three of Swords is a painful truth, third-party situation, emotional pain. If it's linked with a tower here, I mean, remember, if it's to do with, like I said, it can be any life area. For example, if it was property, there could be some hurt, pain, or upset that you're going through. But again, it might well be that you're staying grounded throughout this, which is the best thing to do. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who will keep both feet on the floor and look at practical solutions. She won't get carried away with her emotions. She won't get carried away with her, impulsiveness and action-orientated energy. She will try to move with the flow and find practical solutions in change. So these are the energies that apply to you here, Taurus, for the last quarter. Three of Swords always teaches us something. Emotional pain, painful truths, third-party situations, betrayal. I mean, there's levels to this. Or it can be, it breaks my heart, but I'm letting this fall down because it's not serving my highest good. And this is my self-respect, self-worth, and who I am and what I stand for. And this just isn't for me. So this can be an area you can look at that romantically. You could look at that in other areas of life. But the same energy can apply here as well. We always learn far more from the Three of Swords than we do from successes. So the Three of Swords always teaches us generally how not to be hurt again. And that's the valuable lesson of the Three of Swords. We learn from it, grow from it, take it forward with you. It will empower you and make you stronger, is the energy at play. There is a level of karmic energy with this as well, in the sense that certainly with the Queen of Pentacles, self-worth and self-value and appreciation, will I open up to somebody or a place or situation that causes me hurt, disappointment? Do I want to make myself vulnerable again? Is it worth my time and energy? Do I see myself being able to build something with that place, person, individual? Or is it time to embrace change? These are the fundamental energies that you might be questioning yourself. And again, sometimes we're sad to, again, embrace significant change. But sometimes events unfold to move us in a direction that we're meant to be in as well. And even though it can cause us some kind of emotional pain, remember, we always have to kind of take a step back and try to see the master plan. And I definitely feel that however that manifests for you, you're absolutely keeping both feet on the floor. Have the practical resources, know-how and abilities to deal with this kind of energy. Cards come out for a reason. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. I'm going to pull some fortune messages. What do we have for Taurus 2025? We have Thorns, number 31. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. So you will weather those challenges. We have Unicorn, number 33. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. Now, Unicorn energy is very lucky. So sometimes we don't always realize, the kind of like hidden blessings that we're given. But this is also an ascension energy as well, an opportunity to ascend, an opportunity to rise up, is all part of this kind of energy too. I did look, so I'm going to say it. We have number 1, abundance. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. Yeah, the other thing that's dropped in actually here, Taurus, as well. If, for example, there is new love, a new passion that has potential for real growth here, there could also be a third-party situation in the sense of an ex. That's just what's dropped in, so I feel like I have to say it. Now, you understand who you might want to build your life with, who is solid and stable, reliable, dependable, in it for the long term. And it might well be that you have some kind of choice between a newer love, potentially, and an ex. And this can also be about letting the old fall away to embrace and move forward with something that has real potential to grow into something significant, and you want to see where it leads. That message was definitely coming through to me here. Let's see what we have for you. Let's pull you an animal oracle card. What do we have for our lovely Taurians? Hummingbird, joy, lighten up. And let's pull you a destiny message. What do we have for our lovely Taurians for 2025? Message for Taurus. Yeah, we have security. Very Queen of Pentacles energy. Let's see what we have with that. The picture shows the firelit cave. You are safe and protected. No matter what is occurring in your life, you are in safe hands. Those in the realm of spirit are watching over you. You can relax and let go. Once you've taken measures to protect yourself and those around you, such as making sure everyone has their seatbelt on in the car, making sure your insurance is paid on time, or replacing the filter on your heating unit, then let go. If you have been hypervigilant lately, take a break. Relax. Know that all is well. You can turn it all over to the Creator. So Taurus, the final message. I'm going to pull you an Archangel Michael message for 2025. What do we have for Taurus 2025? Thank you. We have number 27, regain your focus. Trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. We have number 13, get your power back. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. I did look, so I'm going to say, when I look, I always say, we have number 28, someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your heart and mind so that happiness can enter your life. Taurus, that is your 2025 yearly tarot reading. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful year, and I'll see you next time.